entrepreneur at heart and spirit. I feel there's a lot more entrepreneurs out there. It's just that they don't know. Sometimes some people need a little push, a little helping hand. I think that's how we can all get ahead. I am J. Alexander Martin, Vice President of FUBU. 1992, I started working at Macy's. I used to be in charge of the tie department. I was very fashionable back then. I used to have a lot of people come to me for styling their suits. So my ultimate goal was to get to the buyers program, and I was getting real close. One day my manager comes to me and says, well, I gotta write you up, you tried to steal this tie. I'm not gonna steal a $3 tie. I'm like, oh no, you can't write me up. If you write me up, I'm not gonna be able to get into the program. And I worked hard, and he wrote me up anyway. So I quit, and I said, the next time I come back here, I'm selling to you. I put my money where my mouth was and my experience where my mouth was and put $7,000 into starting a whole clothing line, FUBU. I didn't step back into Macy's until FUBU closed. We're in the windows of Macy's. We kind of made our way. We broke down doors. We created doors. When you create on your own, you control your own destiny. FUBU today is $1 billion in sales. World recognized brand. I look at my father, started from clerk to vice president of his company.
People will ask me, when you're successful, what do you say? I said, plan your work, work your plan. But I look at a lot of young people now, my son's age and younger, they don't have any sense of direction. They're really going to find it very difficult as they get in their 50s and 60s. I had a family at a very young age. I had responsibilities at a very young age. So by the time I turned 40, I was fairly well established.
My family's financial realities was to save, save, save. And my values were, oh, I'll have more money later. I'll have more money later. And then later comes, okay, yes, you were right. So when you get to 40 now, you're like, now what? Now your life just starting. As a kid, I didn't know what I wanted to really do. But when you get to 40, you start looking back. And now I'm 45. And what I'm going to do is help others gain the success that I have. I recently became the president of the New York State Black Chamber of Commerce. And with that, it gives me the ability to be able to give out loans and the ability to be able to help and mentor businesses. I think giving back is very important. And I think it's my slogan a lot of times is I give back by helping entrepreneurs.
All right, y'all. It's another dope interview with DJ SQUIRT on UrbanCityRadioStation.com. We are in the UCRS Global Studios in Cleveland, Ohio, and I got another boyfriend. Hey. I have J. Alexander Martin. Do y'all know who that is? Y'all need to do your homework. This is the Vice President of FUBU and the President of FUBU TV. What? How did I do that? Because I'm cute. Hi, Jay.
Hey, what's up, girl? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
You're the man, I've been exploiting you all over my Facebook page that you're going to be here with me today.
Okay. I'm glad to be here. We started a small company called FUBU. I'm being a little modest in respect to that.
It's not small.
Globally, we're global, and global sales is about $7 billion to date. So, we did a little something in our lifetime.
Awesome. Amazing. So you guys that are looking to be of some support or be of something in your community, he's a great example, especially for young men, and anyone to do what they want to do. But y'all know what it is. When I have my interviews, they got to follow the rules first. I get to do my rules on J. Alexander Martin. What? This is historical. Hey. All right, you ready, Jay?
Okay.
I'm taking him out of his shell. Look, he hip-hop today for sure. Rule number 1, Pumpkin. When you enter this studio, you belong to Squirt.
Okay.
You cool?
All right. Well, let's see the water.
That was a good one. Nobody has ever said that. That's dope. You just have to say yes. That's all.
Yes. Okay.
There we go. Rule number 2. Now that you've agreed to commit to me during this interview, you have to text, call, girlfriend, wife, whoever, and break up. Y'all broke up. Yeah, you gotta break that up. There's no way we can continue this if you're obligated to someone else.
Okay. We close to April Fools, so.
Well, look, you can, you know what you do is, right? You text her, right? You just say we broke up, and you don't say nothing back, right?
No, I just, you know, if it gets bad, I'll just say I got hacked.
Or you could just look. That's what I'm helping you out with. You text her and don't answer back, right? So when we done with the interview, you call back like, "Hey, babe, what's up?" She's like, "What? I don't know what you're talking about." So you know what the key to that is? Now you take her emotions up, you take her emotions down, and then when you call her back, you reeling her back in. Y'all gonna have the best sex of your life.
All right, okay.
It's gonna work. I promise. If it don't work, I gotta work in the FUBU shop.
All right, Sid, I'm just gonna throw the phone away over here somewhere.
Right, don't answer her back. No, this you mine right now.
That's right. Come on.
I
already jumped in.
Gotcha. I'll vouch for you if you need me to. Look, he jumped in. I caught that. All right, rule number 3. Now that we're in this beautiful relationship, you know, being in a relationship is about pleasing the woman, right? You have to keep her happy for it to be a good relationship. In this relationship, I have a voice fetish, okay? And in this voice fetish, I'm going to read you a story just to see how well you'll be able to resolve any issues that we may have in this relationship with your voice. Ready?
Okay.
Okay, this is the scenario. We take a trip, 2 nights, 3 days in a cabin. Woo woo. All alone, away from everybody. 2-3 hours away from everybody, right? So we have a great weekend. We had a wonderful time. And then the 3rd day, we wake up. It's time to go. Gotta go. I'm a boss chick. You a boss dude. Hey, we gotta get back to this money, right? So we can't go nowhere. We stuck. It's like 20 feet of snow outside. Now I have an attitude. So now you stuck in this cabin with me with this horrible attitude all day. So by the end of the night, you like trying to make it better. Like, okay, so you light our fireplace back up, right? I'm still having attitude. I'm rolling my eyes and stuff. And we sitting on the bearskin rug, you know, because it's cold. So we in front of this fireplace. We sipping on wine. I'm leaning on you. But I still got attitude. I ain't giving you no body language, no nothing. I'm acting bad. But I ain't got no clothes on. I'm playing hard to get. So you got to tell me how you going to say my name to make it a better night. What you going to say to me?
They got theme music and all goes with this?
Just the crackles of the fireplace and the sipping of the wine.
What I'm gonna say to make you feel better?
How you gonna, because you know that's your superpower is your voice. So I'm acting funny. I'm playing hard to get. We stuck another night. What you gonna do? But you gotta say my name.
Well, I would just say your name, Squirt.
There you go.
And I would say, read my lips.
I like that one.
You can imagine the rest.
Yes. And this song, I love it. I love it. You the man. Uh-oh. Boy, I'm about to move to New York. I love it. Thank you for playing in my little madness. I love it. Thank you. All right, you guys.
Bing, ring. All the email, text is coming back like, what are you talking about? What?
Don't answer her. Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
When we done, then you can act like you don't know what she's talking about. But we bonded already, so we good. So check this out. Everybody knows what UrbanCityRadioStation.com is about. We're about bringing people together. We're about sharing your challenges, your struggles, and your success with the whole world in order to be some inspiration to someone else. I used to say little kids, but I done found some 50-year-olds that can learn from some 10-year-olds. So now I say everybody. Mm-hmm. So what I want to do, honey, is share, a little bit about you that someone can learn from, because people gravitate to the smallest things. And when they gravitate to that small story, issue, color you was wearing, then they tend to love you. When they love you, they support you. You are from what part of New York?
I'm from New York.
New York? What part of New York?
New York. I'm originally from Queens, New York.
Okay. And you've been there all your life?
So yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, I moved around a little bit, but that's for work. I was actually in the military, so that got me moved around a lot as well.
Okay, dope. All right. So, growing up, how many siblings did you grow up with in your household?
Well, I grew up with 3 siblings, but actually I'm adopted.
Oh, okay.
So I have one brother which died. He died when I was younger, and 2 sisters
Okay.
that are all adopted.
Okay.
Well, I'm adopted, and they're original from the band.
I understand. I was a abandoned kid, foster home, group homes too, and it's more common in the world now. So, which is why I do this. Okay.
Right.
Another thing. What number child were you growing up in this household? Like what number?
So I'm number. Let's see. So I'm the youngest boy, and the third to the youngest kid. So,
Get it? Okay, so out of 4, you're first to the baby.
I'm second to the baby. The baby, we had the same, we're the same age, but like,
Okay, got you.
a couple more months, then it's their birthday, so it really doesn't count.
So you kind of the baby boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I use that.
Okay, I have a theory. Okay, I'm a nerd. I read, I study people, and I analyze things. I'm a data analyst by nature, so I gather lots of information and I evaluate why it is what it is. So in my interviews, I've noticed that the ones that are so prominent and successful as you are today are usually the oldest, the middle, or the only child. So you get my theory. Dang, I got it.
Yeah, well, sometimes always that one person that breaks the rules of monotony.
Yes.
That doesn't kind of fit into the mold for say.
Well, at least I can say it was J. Alexander Murray, Mr. Successful.
I mean, right up the bat is distinctive anyway. I mean, there's J. Hoover, there's a bunch of J somethings, and
Exactly.
those are all the people that have done something in their life.
Well, at least I can say you broke my theory. It's not just anybody, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So,
ma'am.
got that. All right, that's dope. So you had mom and dad in the home. You were adopted, right? Awesome. How was school for you?
School was kind of weird because it wasn't necessarily something that I was really into.
Mm-hmm.
I was only into it because, and the fact of me being into it is only into it just to kind of have fun. Okay. But I wasn't really, a bookworm or anything like that.
Gotcha.
At all.
Awesome.
We went to. It's funny. We went when we were in high school. We went to something called co-op. So we would go to school one week and work another week.
Got it. Okay, that's dope. Yeah, I think
which was kind of, it was really kind of hot. In fact, of course, when you're, you're a teen, you go in school one week, you work one week, you got money in your pocket, you learn the business, and stuff. So, you was kind of more independent in that respect.
That's awesome.
Where everybody's, in class, you off. Like if your day, say for instance you went to work and it's like, okay, you can leave early. You were done for the day. You didn't have to go back to school or anything like that.
So, okay. So you had a little. All right, that's dope. All right, not too many challenges with the environment as far as drugs, violence, anything like that.
I was never really into that. That just wasn't my thing. Mm-hmm. I was very, kind of, it's weird. It's funny till today. Like I speak to people like in Chicago. And they'll say, man, I don't, they go through this thing where they say they walk down the block and they have to be in a gang or they have to do this or they have to do that, and they kind of go the other way. I always never wanted to go that way. I always wanted to go the other way.
You know what?
And they always ask me, well, how do you do that? How do you have the willpower to say no or to do something else? And I just said, it's just one of those things that you kind of have to, have self-awareness of yourself and build and want better for yourself.
Yeah.
Versus, and if you can't get it, and I always tell them too, like, I went in the military. So I figured, I can't make it out here right now. It's too young. I'm too young. I don't really have, much money, place to stay, not really, a job that's going to be able to support me in that respect. So I go to the military.
Right.
And that teaches you a whole bunch of other life skills and life things that you practice in your life that stay with you forever and ever on there. So instead of zig when people, I like basically like this is zig when people zag, do other things. I don't like to just do what everybody else is doing.
Right. That's awesome. You think it has a lot to do with because you had the both parents, you know what I mean? The examples you watch?
I think it's it's just independence in your mind. Like you can have like a lot of people can. There's tons of role models. There's tons of ways to look at things, but it's inside you and what you want to do.
Exactly.
It's your choice. I'm not to get spiritual, but God gives you choices to make, and you make those choices. Right. It's basically free will. So it's just my will to do something else. My will was not to do that.
Awesome. No, that's awesome.
Trust me. It looked tantalizing. It looked like something, wow, everybody's making money and they're getting all the girls and this and that. It was just something I want to do. Well, one, I'm going to start it off by just when you have ambition and you want, like I said again, you want better for yourself, then, you will sacrifice and work hard to try to get there. Mm-hmm. And what happens is when you do that, there's a book called Power. And sometimes you just can't outshine the master, per se. You kind of have to learn that as well sometimes. Yes. And sometimes you got to play the game. It's not chess, it's checkers, or sometimes it's just checkers. Yes. But what happened in this particular situation was I was kind of honing my skills, and I didn't really think about it until like later afterwards. Mm-hmm. I was working in the tie department. So with the tie department, I would have a lot of people coming to me to be styled. Right. The suit, like I would sell a lot of suits, and I wasn't even in the suit department because I would take the employees would come over and bring a suit, and then I would match it off to make it all nice, and all of a sudden then they'd want to buy it. Mm-hmm. So in turn, I was very, 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 very let's just say important to that. To the haberdashery section, that's where you want to use that word. Okay. Or to the suit section, or to the tie section, or the men's section. And I don't think the manager really did that. And then I started making friends with the higher ups. Yes. And as well. And they started noticing me like, wow, you dress well, you're always on time, you're always working, Anytime I could work, anytime I was working, I would have worked like 24 hours if I could. Mm-hmm. And so I was so ambitious in that respect that I think that the guy just literally didn't like that. So basically, to make a long story short, he wound up writing me up because he said that I took a tie.
To prevent you.
But yes. The tie wasn't actually stolen. It was on the floor. So basically, maybe what would have happened, and hypothetically, if I think about it, maybe it fell on the floor when I was moving around something, or somebody else moved around something, right? And it just happened to get kicked underneath. Now, granted, this tie is $19.99, and on sale, it was on sale like 5 times, so there was probably like $9.99 or something like that in the end, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty much self-proclaimed in charge of this whole section. And this tie is $300, $250, $400, $500. So if I'm going to steal a tie, I'm just saying, let's be logical. If I'm going to steal a tie, I'm not stealing no $9.99 tie. Right. I'm stealing a $100 tie.
Right.
So in turn, he was like, well, it wasn't really actually stolen, but it, because, you were there, and I'm just going to have to write you up. And I was like, look, you write me up, I'll never be able to get into the buyers program. And then I was like, you know what, I quit. Next time I come back to you, I'm going to be selling to you.
Dope. And you spoke that to existence.
Like, actually, I've never seen that guy again, but I did see the manager, the head managers that I knew. Actually, he was the head of the department. And I seen him a few years later. And then we're still good friends to this day. We're very good friends to this day. He still works at Macy's, and he's still a department manager at Macy's. And he, of course, now he looks to me to ask me for a job.
Wow.
But the other guy that was a manager, actually, it was an Asian guy. To be honest, I've never told anybody who he was, but it's an Asian guy. I can't remember his name just to save my life. But I've never seen him. I haven't seen him after that. I wonder if he got fired. Maybe he's doing something else. I don't know. Maybe he's still there.
That is dope. See, another thing in your story that you displayed is that you were so ambitious that you took all the money that you had and you started this.
Well, okay. So yes, basically, but I can't take all the credit per se. So basically, how it really started, FUBU started, which is weird because there's a story that's out there and there's a story that really happened. But the story that really happened was Damon John, of course, everybody knows from Shark Tank. So Damon was making some hats along with the other partner, Carl. Okay. They were making hats and they were going around selling them. I was in the military. I got out of the military and started going to fashion school. Now, the reason why I got out of the military is because I was a medical discharge and I received $6,000 from that accident. I used my GI Bill, went to school, went to fashion school. And I saw a hat, and I was like, well, look, I want to be in this business. You know, let me take this hat and let me turn it into a line. And they were like, well, I don't know how to do a line. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, I do. I go to school. You know, I know how to do it. I know all this stuff. I knew, but I didn't know. Meaning I was learning at the same time. Gotcha. But I was always, like, I wanted to be in fashion. Actually, I tried to go to the military for fashion, which, of course, that didn't make sense, but it is what it is. You know, I used to change my clothes like 5, 6, 7 times a day if I could.
Oh my God!
But I was really into that. That's what I really liked. And I figured that was my forte. It said if you do something that you really love, you never really work a day in your life.
Yes.
So in respect to that, I took the $6,000 and I said, okay, look, Damon, I'm going to give you $5,000 and put in this business, and we're going to start it. And I would keep $1,000. I bought some clothes, of course, with the $1,000.
Right.
And since that's how FUBU started.
Dope. That is awesome. Oh my God, it's so inspirational. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. That's amazing, and it's still awesome today.
Now, see, the moral of that story is, you know, everybody is like I need somebody to invest in me. I need somebody to invest in me. You need to invest in yourself.
You better say it. You better say that.
Who will? You know, nobody's here to finance your dreams, to be honest. And if they are, they're going to take your dreams.
And it's not yours. Exactly.
They're not sending your company.
It's not yours.
So you invest in yourself, and you build to a point where you don't necessarily need anybody to invest, and then they'll come and invest. They'll invest, and then you can make your own terms.
Exactly. That is amazing. And we got a lot, I mean, I've met a lot of young people that are struggling with who they are, number one, and struggling with that determination, and they're looking for other people to do it. So this is great. I can't wait to air this video to show you got to put something in there. If they keep giving it to you, it's not yours. You know, I say that all the time. You're co-owner and co-founder of FUBU, and president, vice president, and then you're president of FUBU TV, and you're throw them accolades for me.
Well, I'm also I'm the president of the New York State Black Chamber of Commerce. So basically, I help businesses scale. I mentor businesses. I try to help them get financing, which is really hard because a lot of people they're just business minded, and in turn it's really hard to get them loans because of, you know, not necessarily no fault of their own, but sometimes it's fault of their own.
Yeah,
right. A lot of people just don't have a business mind, a business structure, but they just have an idea, and you need more than an idea to get, you know, for nowadays, you know.
True. Awesome. So, what's going on with FUBU? What are we doing with FUBU now?
Well, FUBU is great. FUBU's doing really well. We did a collaboration with Puma, which got us worldwide again. Yes. Although we were, you know, we kind of took a hiatus for a little while, but now we're actually back in a big way. We're in Foot Locker, we're in Bloomingdale's, we're in Nordstrom's, we're in, you know, sports stores like Foot Locker, Champs,
awesome.
There's more.
You know, since I'm your new boo, can I get a FUBU T-shirt or something, hat and something? Can you make a squirt T-shirt, a pink squirt FUBU T-shirt? Mr. Designer. They got squirt soda. That's not bad. They got squirt soda.
Yeah, right. They do have squirt soda.
See?
And well, it's not in this region. tennis skirts.
Oh, that would
It's
rock.
like it's green, right? It's a green bottle,
Yes,
right?
but see, DJ Squirt, I have branded myself.
Well, can I ask you something? Let's get back, not to turn the table, but Squirt. Okay, so you were short, or
Yes.
you were?
I'm still kind of short, but like
You don't look short.
I'm 5'2".
You're 5'2".
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
you didn't look 5'2". You look like you stood up and was like, it's deceiving.
Thank you. Well, like I said, I was an abandoned child.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up in group homes and foster homes, and they used to beat me
So
up.
we got something coming.
They used to beat me up in the group homes because I was kind of small, and they would go, "You're a punk. We're gonna beat you up till you fight back." So I'm 5 years old fighting 15-year-olds in a group home. So I was feisty. I didn't get out the group home until I was 12. So by the time
What
I got
about
the
the
group,
Napoleon complex? You didn't have that?
I do have that. I like everything big.
Mm-hmm.
I do have that. I like expedition trucks and, big old house. I like it big, yes. So I used to fight all the time. So that was like, we call kids shorty now. They called them squirt back then. So I was so feisty, like a Dennis the Menace. They would mug me in the head, shut up, squirt, shut up. So it just became a name for me, was squirt. But I use it to my advantage in this marketing media. So when they get to talking to me, I'm not what they think, right?
Right, you go.
So
But, stuff like that molds you, again, into who you are, and it gives you a lot more. It gives you more perseverance than the average person.
Yes.
Because you've been going through that at a young age, so you're gonna something that's gonna kill the next person. It's nothing to you.
Nothing to me. You're right. Back to you.
I just flipped on you. Huh?
Yes, you did. Okay. So, tell me about the New York State Black Commerce Chambers of Commerce. Tell me about that. How long have you been doing it, and what types of things have you succeeded in that mission?
Well, it's every day is a work in progress. It's not the easiest thing in the world. One, it's charity. It's my charitable give back. It was funny. I always make this joke, and I call my partner the shark, and then they call me the dolphin because I do everything, for
Friendly
and charity.
That's so dope.
Back to that. But what I try to do is just, again, I'm the quintessential black-owned business, and where everybody wants to be. So, I don't want to be here by myself. I love to have others, around me, so we can all look around and enjoy, the fruits of our labor.
Right.
So I want to take other, like minds and bring them up to where I can be.
Exactly.
I try to specialize more in startups per se, which is the hardest thing in the world because like I said, everybody has a great idea.
Exactly.
But, how do you get it to fruition is
bring it to
the
life.
hardest. Second to that, my accomplishments more so is as of late. I've got a couple of companies, some financing, which has been great, and that's really hard because again, like I said, a lot of companies aren't companies. Let's just say that.
You better say that. They learn a little stuff on Google and they call it
They try. What a lot of people do is they'll make $1. Say they'll make $5 in profit. And they'll take $4.50 and put it in their personal pocket.
You can't do that. You have nothing to work with. Right. You have nothing to work with.
So when it comes down to me coming in or financing coming in and want to understand what their books look like, they don't have any books.
Nope.
Or their books is, messed up. And then it comes down to taxes, you got everything mixed up. It's just a lot. It's hard.
Yeah. So you're basically educating them and preparing them and basically like consulting, showing them where
it's a consultant, but a lot of times it's your mental. I wrote a book called Money Makes Me Crazy. And with that book, it kind of teaches people financially to look at their finances a different way, and look at how you look at money a different way.
Look different, yeah.
I urge everybody to kind of pick that up. It's really one of those things. Because a lot of times, a lot of people get into a situation where if you get some money in there, now you got some real money, and you turn around and spend it, but you don't understand why you're spending it. You're spending it because psychologically you sometimes nine times out of 10 you never really had.
Right.
And
there
it
you go.
gets you out of that practice, and it gets you to be able to be disciplined with your money.
Exactly. And another thing they don't understand is inventory loses value. So it's not as valuable as it was when you got it. You have to learn to, if you get it, move it. Or if you give that money, why would you buy a Bentley and you're renting an apartment? Like, you have no way to keep that valuable. You have to learn the value of things and how to keep it valuable.
Yeah, definitely Money Makes You Crazy would be a great read for a lot of people that think like that.
And did you got that free? It's a free download now?
I think there was temporarily a free download.
Okay. It may have expired by now.
It may be over by now.
If not, go to Amazon.com and pay for it. Whatever. That's another thing. They don't want to pay for nothing.
I mean, the cheapest one is the ebook, or audio book.
I'm definitely gonna check that out. I can relate. I really can. I love that. So, you help people doing with that, and you're building FUBU again. Tell me about FUBU TV. What's up with FUBU TV?
Well, FUBU TV, I started that a few years back. It's actually right now it's somewhat on a hiatus per se, because I'm actually in the middle of doing another deal in which we were looking to merge. So until we finish with that, it's another company called Trace. It's called Trace. It's actually out of Paris, Europe, I should say.
Okay.
And I'm actually doing a deal with them. So it kind of stopped what I'm doing as far as FUBU TV. But FUBU TV, television for us, by us. We have an app. You can download it on Apple iTunes. We're on. I'm not sure what you got out there. We're on Comcast, VOD, Video on Demand. So you go to Video on Demand to the station, and you look up Comcast. Look it up. You'll see the program that we have, but digitally. Yeah. And we're on Apple TV in Europe and Roku.
Awesome. I do everything Apple TV. I like the technology. That's awesome. So what kind of shows are going to be on FUBU TV?
Well, what I try to do, originally is to kind of curate stuff. Again, as far as bias, it's not that easy. But I try to get, things like, what I try to do is take programming that are from more independent filmmakers versus big blockbuster cinema and stuff like that, which is really hard to get in anyway. But I try to get a vehicle or a place where you can see a lot of these digital shows. Yes. And a lot of because they have a lot of huge following as well. Okay. So I just and now. But if you digitally, a lot of people want to see digitally, but you can actually see them on television. Right. It kind of makes you feel, wow, I'm on television. Man, look, you press the TV and you see it. So it helps out a lot of independent filmmakers, scripted shows as well. So it's all right.
Wow, I'm definitely going to be looking into that. Show my support on that. I think that's hot. All right.
Okay. Mind if I tell you? You can go to JalexanderMartin.com. You can go to FUBU.com. Some people need examples. And some people that are examples that you look up to don't want to be an example.
That's true.
Which is an oxymoron in respect. But what I try to tell people is that you almost can't look to someone else for their inspiration. You have to look to yourself, your inner self, for your own inspiration, because in the end, what I've done, you may not be able to do, and where your path may not be my path, right? And your path may be greater than my path. So if you only look as me as inspiration, that's where I want to get to. You won't be able to you won't get beyond me. You should be thinking beyond me. So so if you think of your inner self and let that project, it's almost like with goals. Most people have to think of things. I have a goal. You're tunnel minded. Yes. Tunnel, go straight, and that's all you want to go is to look at, go there. But what happens a lot of times in life doesn't go straight. Life goes all the way around, and up and down and backwards and forwards.
It's all kind of ways.
So you won't be able to deal. And a lot of times, sometimes it's to go off that road. It may lead you somewhere else that may be way better than where you thought you were going to go. I try to tell people, that's great. You can sit there and listen to me and okay, wow, ooh, he's nice.
You
What
still
are you
got to do
gonna
your
do?
own thing, right? You still got to do your own thing. I know lots of young children that I'll say in the projects, and they see the life that's going on in this project. They're almost even scared to go to the suburb because they're not familiar. You know what I mean? But if it's an opportunity to see, okay, this life is here like this. But this opportunity to see Jay Alexander running FUBU, even though they're here and this is going on, they can know that information to think bigger. You get it? To think more than what they're seeing outside in their community. So that's where I'm bringing that from when I say that. Because I see that a lot.
I wrote a book. There was a situation I wrote in a book about, we were on tour, and we had a record label at the time, right? And we were in DC.
Okay.
So it was like the last leg of the tour was maybe one more stop left.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe Delaware and Philly left after that, then we back to New York. So I pulled a tour bus up, called up one of my friends that's a chef, really great restaurant.
Ooh.
And I said, listen, I'm bringing 20 people, 30 people with me. We didn't know how many were going to come, but 20 people. So let's say 20 people.
Okay.
So I get off the bus. I said, come on, guys. Dinner's on me. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
So we get upstairs, and I'm looking around, but I don't see some people. So I'm like, well, where's everybody at?
Mm-hmm.
So they said, oh, they're not coming. So I'm like, what do you mean they're not coming? They're going to sit on the bus while we all eat?
Mm-hmm.
Forget that. So I went up to the bus. Said, yo, what are you guys doing? Oh, man, I don't eat that stuff. So you don't eat food?
Right.
So the moral, and not to let the whole book away, but the moral of the story is sometimes people aren't comfortable in different spaces because they're used to, and I don't want to disrespect them, but let's say they're used to the Rib Shack versus this restaurant,
Right.
that 5-star restaurant.
Yeah.
But
It's uncomfortable, yeah.
And then two, sometimes it's hard to take, and that's why I say what I'm saying is that sometimes it's too overwhelming for me to push myself on them.
Right.
And push what my ideals or what I do on the next person.
Right.
It's like you could lead a horse to water, but they might not rather drink.
Right.
They could be used to certain things, but what I did was I was very kind about it and I was very understanding about it. So I said, okay, listen, if you don't like it, I understand, it's not a problem, but at least join us.
Yeah.
If you don't want to eat,
don't
want to eat, but just come upstairs and just chill with us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So this guy is fine. So
that's dope.
So in the end, we get upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
and so the chef is cooking us for us personally. So he's bringing out dishes.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
And I'm like, all right, yo, just try it. Everybody just try it. So they want to try something else. So keeping them, they just eating and drinking. And at the end of the night, they were like, yo, thanks, man. Yo, that was cool. Yeah, because and you probably never be able to go to that restaurant again, or the type of restaurant again.
Yes.
But at least you had
experience. Yes.
You had that experience.
Yes.
So now you should want to work hard to say, get that. I'm not gonna only have that as a one-off. I need to have that all the time.
Yes.
And that'll give you more drive to go on.
There you go.
So sometimes some people have to use these circumstances to to another place in their life.
Learn from those experiences. That's hot. You're the man.
That's in the book. So.
You just gave a look at the book, y'all, for you. Look at that. That's dope. I am so happy. Thank you for taking your time out. I am in love with it. We're having a great relationship. All right. So definitely be looking for that. Could you tell everyone how they can follow you? Any information that you want to provide to our audience so that they can definitely check you out and see what's going on and represent FUBU, baby. Hey.
Okay, so you can. The one official place that you go to is letter J alexandermartin.com. Another place you can go to, of course, FUBU.com if you want to see some of the products that we're doing and see what we're doing as far as a company is concerned. You can also follow me on social media. Instagram is the letter A Fashion Mind, the letter A Fashion MIND. Twitter is J Alexander M. But if you go tojalexandermartin.com, you just go to the top and it has all my social media, and you can just click that and join me, and I'll follow you right back.
Or I sent you a friend request on Facebook. So
yes, and I'll follow you back. what that quote is, right?
What's that? Oh, he probably think you're done already. We're still on here. All right. I'm not going to hold you up no more. Thank you for taking your time out. I'm your girlfriend forever. Forever.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Whoever she is,
I
that's the
had fun
best.
cheating.
Yes.
Have fun cheating.
And you let her know. I'm a fighter, so you better let her know. Calm down, okay? Calm down. It is what it is.
Yeah, I know. I'm scared.
It is what
I'm
it is.
scared for.
Right.
You've been fighting since.
Since 5 years old. Yes. I can take a hit. You gotta knock me down. You gotta knock me out. But anyway.
No.
I'm just saying.
I don't want none.
I'm just
I don't
saying.
want no problems.
I'm your girlfriend forever. You better let her know.
Yes,
Hey, you guys, it's been another dope interview on UrbanCityRadioStation.com with DJ SQUIRT, baby. What? Where we cater to the independent artists. I got the dope ass J. Alexander Martin. He is the co-founder of FUBU, vice president, and he's the president of FUBU TV. He is also a member of New York State Black Chamber of Commerce. That is so dope. That is so dope. And he has joined me today in one of my little crazy interviews. But of course, it was informational. And I hope you guys pay attention. Try to learn something. The more information you know, the better decisions you can make. But make sure you tune in to me. Download my app. I'm on Google Play, iTunes devices. I stream on iTunes Internet Radio, Streamer, TuneIn, UCRS Global, UrbanCityRadioStation.com. And shout out to them damn Nerve DJs, because I'm a Nerve DJ. Follow me at I am DJ SQUIRT. Everybody have a good night. Say bye, Jay.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.